Well, mental health worker Suzanne Skeete joins me now from Birmingham. This seems to be getting out of control, and I'm just reading up about you run Tappy Twins. That's an enterprise that sends counsellors into nurseries and other schools, and it's primary school children as well. It's across the board here, this problem.
Yeah, I mean, the youngest child that I've personally worked with was 4 years old. At the moment, we need to look at the figures that are being put out there today, and those are only going to be the ones that are reported. So many cases are not reported and actually never get to that stage of being reported. So the figures, you know, from what we're seeing as an organisation, are so much higher. Personally, the children that I'm working with, a lot of them are around sort of 14 years old, and you know, I've got about 85% of those are self-harming right now.
85%?
85% of the children that I'm personally working with right now are self-harming.
And what sort of figure are we talking about in your area? In terms of numbers?
It's very difficult to say because what we can go off is obviously the children that we actually get to see. You know, most of the children don't even go through the system. They don't go to the doctors, they don't go to CAMS or any other organisations. So with working in the school, we pick them up for whatever reason. You know, one of them might have a little bit of confidence issues, and then it turns out that actually they're self-harming. But because we use our skills as counsellors and therapists, all of our people that work with us ourselves are trained counsellors, then we actually overcome that issue with them and take them on that journey, so we build up their emotional resilience to be able to cope with what's bothering them.
How serious, Suzanne, does it have to get before someone reports this?
I'm constantly talking about self-harm, and it's such a huge issue, and the girls are actually showing each other how to do it better. They're hiding it away from parents, they're doing it where you can't see it. It is a huge issue, and I've had this discussion so many times. Those people who know me well probably get a bit bored of it, but it can't come down to money. It can't. These are our children, these are our future, and we are drastically just letting them down, drastically.
I just wonder how much social media has a role to play in all this, because that's one thing that even when they get home they can't escape from.
No. I mean, you know, we can have sort of the bullies. You know, in my day, you know, if you were bullied, then when you went home, you were free of it. But now you're not free of it. It's constantly in your face. You know, the phone's beeping, and the kids won't take it out of their bedrooms, and they want to know what's going on. Then you've got the unacceptable levels of how they should look. You know, and I explain to them about body image and say, look, a lot of the time these people have been doctored. This is not what they look like on a daily basis, but they aspire to look like that and feel that they have to look like those people, and it's just such a shame that they're not happy with who they are.
I'm just looking at you say at least 500 primary school children have reported to you that they self-harm. 500 primary school children?
Yeah.
What's driving that?
It can be a whole host of different reasons. It could be background, obviously home, it could be bullying, they could have sort of specific needs that have not yet been diagnosed, and they're just struggling. An awful lot of pressure is put on children from a very young age now. You know, it's all about exams and SATs and GCSEs and everything else, and from a very, very young age there's an expectation that they have to do well, and then that puts pressure on them from a very, very early age.
Suzanne, it's great to talk to you. Suzanne Skeete from Birmingham. Thank you very much.